have, I think, my favorite duo on the show. Sorry, everyone else.
Megan, have you said that before?
I have never. This is episode 2.
It's your favorite pair with the same name.
That's correct. So without further ado, Sofia Franklyn.
Hi.
And her lovely assistant, Sophia Bro.
Hi.
Okay, so you got engaged how long ago?
I have been engaged for, holy shit, 10 days maybe.
Wow.
And I feel like a week of that doesn't even exist because I was in Europe and then I was traveling back and then I was like, readjusting. But yeah, it feels surreal still.
So this is your first week back in New York engaged?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's kind of crazy.
What feels...
It's wonderful, by the way. I'm like...
You're like psychotic.
Okay.
I'm like being
processing the news.
I'm so cryptic. I'm like, it's engaged. No, I'm super, super happy.
I'm so happy for you. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
We don't have to go into it too much, but I'm as a single woman, I am just curious. How did you know that he was the one?
That's a really good question. I think I knew he was the one when I actually cared. Because this is the first time I've ever been in love, which is also insane because I'm, in my 30s. But I think it was when I knew I really cared. And I think when I discovered how good of a guy he is, those were like the two things. But like, was there a moment where I thought to myself, oh my God? There were several along the way, for sure, where I was like, this is my guy.
I also think you're someone that, like, you obviously are planning for your future and you want that and want a family and those things. But I also don't think you necessarily, like, you have no idea what different engagement rings look like. You have no idea, like, different things of a wedding. Even the idea of, like, I already feel like you're a little bit social media averse and the idea of, like, oh, bridal era, we're going to be doing that. And we are going to be doing that.
Right.
But, like, you just don't. That's not how you're oriented.
That's not your identity.
All.
No.
It's not my identity, and it's like I'm actually realizing like I kind of built, a persona and a following based off of being a maneater and treating men like shit. And that's actually genuinely how I was in my real life. In my day to day was just like never gave a shit,
Yeah.
But I think to what Soph was saying, it's like I've never been that girl that has the Pinterest board, but now I'm obsessed. Like now I'm starting to get like I get the whole bride era thing. But yeah, he's a great guy.
Oh. And Soph, as her assistant, when did you know that she had been bulldozed?
I think that this was super intentional. Like this was a part of just like a big life change of just like adulting, living your best life, like
totally agree.
Living your truest self. I think that it was honestly just like happened so naturally in a period of incredible self-growth.
Yeah, Soph was actually integral to my breakup, the ex before I met my fiance. And I think after that, there was so much growth that happened, Breakups are like a time to glow up and grow up.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
They are so transformative and just so good for you. Like, they're just good for you. They suck. But I think it was like a natural thing, and I was ready. And my fiance, I think, also was at a place where he was ready. So I do think there's a timing piece,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
I wish you guys the best, and I hope you're enjoying this time.
I am. I haven't enjoyed it quite yet because I feel like I've been on the go, but I'm going to.
We're going to do fun stuff. We're going to do the wedding try-ons. I'm going
to do it all.
I'm excited for people to see, too, like, more of your design taste. Like, we love style and design, and I feel like that hasn't been able to shine as much, and so
100%.
That'll be really fun.
Okay, so let's back up. Okay. I was actually trying to think about how we met because it was so long ago.
Right.
I found an email from Chloe Sapern, who was referred to me by one of my other clients, Meghan Grimm, and that's how you and I had initially clicked.
Yep.
In the search to find your person,
Yeah.
who is now Soph.
Yeah.
But when we were looking for your assistant initially, I'm curious, what were some of the things that came to mind, and what was really important to you at the time in finding your right hand?
So this is a fun story. I was working with Chloe, and she was just kind of freelancing and was helping me run my socials and like helping me grow my socials, and like, you know, if there's a brand deal, like she would be handling it. And one day Chloe literally was like, so you need a personal assistant. You need an assistant. It needs to be a personal assistant. I have other clients. I'm freelancing. You need someone on the ground with you. You need someone who is full-time, dedicated to you to like manage all this shit. I'm making myself sound like I'm like cuckoo, but so I'm not the most well-versed in social media. It doesn't come naturally to me. Everyone knows that. So it was really Chloe who let me know I needed an assistant. And then, yeah, she put us in touch, and it did become like really clear. I was like, oh no, I do need that, because my whole team was actually not in New York. So that was very important.
Where was the team at the time? Were they all virtual?
They were all virtual, and we would, you know, link up in Los Angeles. Sometimes they would come to New York, but it wasn't that often. But they were based LA, Vegas, Utah, but no one on the East Coast. So
Until Soph came around and she was on the ground. She was in it.
she was in New York. She was on the ground. Yeah, it's really funny, Megan, because I don't even know what I initially said I needed or wanted. But I remember you sent over some options, and then I interviewed. And I remember I literally said, I need you to pick. And you and I were not even friends at this point. Like, we had one, not saying that you weren't outstanding, and I knew.
We hadn't clicked yet. We didn't click yet in the interview, I don't think.
We probably did. I mean,
Zoom interviews are very awkward. That's why I always encourage in person before someone moves forward. You can't tell on Zoom
at all.
It wasn't bad in any way,
Right,
but it was
right.
it was in person.
Yeah. And I think, you know what I could tell about you, Soph, right away is you were gonna make sure shit got done, and you were gonna be on top of it, and you're gonna make shit happen. And I think that I was like, I know this is my girl, but it means that I gotta get comfy with the fact that I also will have to get shit done and be accountable, you know?
I remember you said in the interview, you were like, because I feel like it's so rare to have people that are mostly in person now.
Yeah.
And definitely I wanted something structured. And I was like, I do think it would be amazing if we could try to do 3 days to start with. And you were like, I want to build a room for you in my apartment. Like, we will do a cubicle. We will have hours. We will admin the shit out of this. Like, I want you here. And I was
I'd actually like you
great.
to move in.
Great. Because I think with social media, and also just with entertainment too, and like you've worked with actresses, and it's like, it is hard to live a structured life around work. And like, I think that was something really important for us to be like, let's pretend we're clocking in and clocking out, you know, because it'll make you feel better about yourself.
100%.
You have to be disciplined.
It's definitely a preference. I have a lot of candidates who will always ask, can I work from home one day? Do I have to be at the office every day? Or do I have to be at their home every day? So it's a preference. I mean, I think we all know that things get done 10x when you're in person.
Yeah.
I do 2 to 3 days a week in person with my team, and it's always amazing. Mondays I never do in person because Mondays are rough for everyone, but
I call them buffer days.
Buffer days.
Yeah.
Actually, I think little hot tip. Sometimes we do, and I think this is obviously like once you've grown into the role and have so much mutual trust, and also like you are not a micromanager. We're both very like, we'll run our ships. I'll like ask where your ship's at, redirect your ship, have your ship kind of come to the same sea as me.
Yeah.
But you don't try to
I do not
point is,
micromanage.
You're not a micromanager
at all.
We've started saying this thing where like when we want to work in person for just pure accountability of like having a warm body next to each other, but we don't necessarily want to be accountable for like being on all day. We'll be like, okay, we're gonna be in person, but we're just doing parallel play.
Yeah,
like we're just doing a parallel play day, and like we'll check in. But you literally texted me yesterday. You were like, if you come over, I need us to only talk every 3 hours.
I said that verbatim.
And then I was like, I'm gonna stay home.
Because it's hard. It's like you're hanging out with someone and you have like so much shit you want to talk about, and you're like, if we go down that road,
it's a long
we're
road.
not gonna get work done at all.
I completely
what
understand.
is work? It's so hard. It's so hard.
That part is hard, and I don't really think any other industry is like that when it comes to talent and their assistant, except I guess high profile people, but like a fucking millionaire, billionaire businessman or politicians.
Yep.
But I think in like corporate America, I worked at Morgan Stanley, like your assistant, there's no blurred
You worked at
lines.
Morgan Stanley?
Yeah.
When?
For 4 years. And I was a glorified assistant. I didn't do anything cool.
Whoa, what?
You worked for a whole team of financial advisors.
And when I say it wasn't cool and I say use the word assistant, this was at Morgan Stanley in a cubicle. So it wasn't cool. And I wish I would have known this whole world existed, because I would have tried to be a Soph. That would have been really scary. Maybe not. Maybe not.
But you're
Oh
really
my
good.
God.
You do love some really. Sorry, we're going all
No,
over.
I had no. You were. That is gonna live in my
You
brain
processed that.
rent free for the next 3 days.
Like she's known true like corporate existential dread. Like you've
my God.
experienced the other side. I also do think specifically with influencing a lot of people, it is kind of like their foray into having a career. It's not. Sometimes people don't have like a career before that.
Yeah.
But you had a full.
I had a full 9 to 5,
Yeah.
serious shit.
Wow.
I was just gonna quickly say that if we did switch places, you are very good at the strict PA stuff of like flights. You love a flight.
I swear to God, it's Adderall. I swear to God, it's when I take Adderall. And then I just love, I live in the minutia. I'm like, oh my God, and this is going to be like 2 minutes later, but then we could kind of do a hack here. And I like to do the admin. And I love that.
Amazon orders. Like you
I love an
Amazon order.
Oh my God. And I do research for days.
You crush it.
It's easier to do the Amazon stuff yourself.
No, she crushes it. But it's a deep dive. One thing Sophia's going to do is a deep dive. She's going to be like, but maybe I am keto tomorrow. Let's listen to and what grain do I want? And what is a grain?
By the way, I am a podcaster. That actually is what I do for work. This is just a side gig, which we're talking about. Amazon and the flight shopping is just a side hustle of mine.
Mm-hmm. I am just picturing you at your laptop, having
hours.
a time.
Hours.
She'll investigate a sale. Like, you will turn over every product, look up every review. Like, you are basically the online version of an intense, not even couponer. You're a researcher. You love, I think one of our differences too, just in terms of something that doesn't matter at all is you will read every instruction, review, tutorial.
Yes.
I am so hands-on. If we get furniture in, I'm tearing it apart.
She's
looking up a YouTube video.
Yeah. It's we don't need to look at the instructions. Let's just
I'm just Bob the Builder.
And you read the reviews.
Yes.
Do you also
oh my God.
write the reviews?
I don't do that. I couldn't bring myself to do it. And I've there's been 1 or 2 times where I felt very, very slighted at the Miu Miu in Midtown.
Not quite an Amazon order, but
do we want to go into this? What happened?
I'm taking over your podcast. This is how you know I just got back from Europe.
Girl, this is a
and
whole
have been talking
point.
to the same man for 30 days. I'm
that guy.
Man.
Yeah, just a random man. How about, so she said you pick.
Me pick what?
She said, we had our interview. Then she said you pick. I'm going back to me getting hired.
Yes. Thank you for keeping us on track.
I was very confused for a second. Okay, yes, she did tell me to pick, and I picked you, and now you're here on my couch.
And I knew that it was you, and I also, another member from the team had interviewed you as well. Mm-hmm. And I remember she told me after the call, she said, Soph is your girl. And I was like, yeah, but I mean, is it going to be like, I'm a little bit like crazy and out there? And my employee said, she was like, that is exactly what you need. That is exactly what you need. You need someone who's going to like keep you in check, in line, you know, and you can go be someone that can kind of manage the situation.
Remind me how long it's been since you two have been working together.
Almost a proper year and a half.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
It is.
It's flown by.
It has.
I think you've told me this before, but I think you were a little bit worried I was going to be a little bit too
Judgy.
buttoned up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
A
think
little
I came
too buttoned
off very,
up.
like,
That's what it
weirdly
is.
academic in our interview. Like, I don't know, because we also had a different member of the team that was, like, steering in a certain
Yeah.
way, so I could tell that
Buttoned up.
you thought I was a
Yeah.
little bit more,
Let's go back to that.
formal.
Let's go back to the first impressions of
Yeah.
one another.
Yeah.
You thought she was buttoned up.
I thought she was buttoned up.
What did you wear to the interview?
It was over the, I don't know if you could even see my.
I don't even think
I don't
it was
remember.
that. I think it was just you were, you know, and part of the reason I actually had personal assistants before, obviously, and I was in a bit of a lull period where I didn't have anyone, but I would kind of like birds of a feather flock together and like attract girls who are similar to me, party girls. Let's get after it. Let's get crazy.
Yeah.
And those two things, I think, you know, they probably can work. And now I'm more of an adult, and I think now I could maybe have an assistant that was a little more like party girl, but this yin and yang is why it works and what I needed.
It's also when you have an assistant, they're a representation of you out in society. So
Yeah.
you leave her apartment and people know that you work for Sophia. So if you
Yep.
have a party girl as your assistant, it's not great.
No.
Right?
No. Yeah. I remember there was a fashion week event, and I remember she was freelancing, but she was my assistant at the time, showed up in like basically what Kanye West Bianca, like his wife, like what he has her wear. Okay, like
So no clothes.
It's good style.
she has slightly better style, but it was a thong, and I was just like, we're going to La Jance or something. Like, there's no reason. It's not Alexander Wang, and still there's no reason.
Yeah.
You know? And also, am I taking pictures of you or like what? Like,
You guys did get really good pictures together.
we did?
Yeah.
Okay. But I just remember being like, wait, this is kind of crazy.
That's
Because it is a
cuckoo.
representation, you know?
Let's talk about that a little bit, because a lot of assistants always ask, what do I wear to work? Or if I'm going to an event, what do I wear when I'm walking around with my boss?
Yeah.
So how do you handle those situations, and what are you putting on your body, Sophia?
It's actually really interesting. We talk about this kind of a lot because we talk about everything under the sun, but
Yeah.
mostly like being women in the world. So I feel like we
Right.
talk
Yeah.
about this a lot. I think
do.
that we kind of balance each other out in a way. Like, I think I can be a little bit in style and genuine preference, a little bit more matronly. And so maybe that's where you got the button.
So the opposite of the girl in the thong.
Yes, but like, because I love the prep. Like, I just love preppy
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But then also,
I don't peg you as a prep.
yeah, it's
She
not
has
by
a bit
nature.
of
I
a
think that's why I
Ralph
like it.
Lauren.
Jen used to call me preppy. I don't. I guess I'm wearing a Ralph Lauren.
I see you as like coastal prep, not like
Man.
It's
That
not
is
vineyard
really
vines.
funny.
Yeah.
It's not vineyard vines. I think
Yeah.
just like I like a big pinstripe.
She likes
button
it
down
you love
over
a stripe.
I love
Yeah.
a stripe.
Yeah. A collar.
I
But
love
you're
a
not
collar.
a Lily Poulter, Vineyard Vines,
No,
preppy girl.
no.
Yeah.
I think that in a way, though, sometimes in a totally appropriate way, like sometimes I will feel a little bit comfortable being slightly more revealing than Sophia in a way, because you also come from like Jewish, Catholic, Mormon guilt
Yeah.
era, and like a
Yeah.
lot of people telling you like, sometimes you will look at me and be like, is this crazy to wear to therapy? And I'm like, because we can see that you have shoulders. She'll be like, is this crazy?
No, more. By the way, in Utah, girls are wearing T-shirts with tank tops over them. Okay, so they cover their shoulders.
Why?
Because it's like part of the kind of culture there of like being Mormon. It's
That's
intense.
fascinating.
But yeah, definitely can do that. But I think, you know, since your assistant is your representation in physical form when you guys go anywhere, I'm pretty laid back and chill, you know? I think, though, it's like, and also we like go somewhere nice. It's dress up, do the glam, do the makeup. I think, though, when it's, honestly, if anyone else was wearing what my assistant was wearing that day to Fashion Week, I would have been stressed out. I would have been stressed out walking
very
next to them,
stressful.
you know? It was like wild. But I think that's interesting. Like, so how do you know, just as an assistant, because everyone's so different? Like Morgan Stanley, I knew I had to dress business casual. How do you know, like, what to wear?
I think that, I don't know, I guess it's kind of your own senses and also just having your own
And do other
style.
assistants ask you for advice on this? Because
I would want to know.
Not assistants, but my friends who have corporate jobs are like, they ask two things. One, like, what do you get to wear? And also, do you get to sit on the couch? And I'm like, I do. And my posture is horrible.
I know,
we
I have
tech
terrible
neck.
posture.
I also tell Sophia, I do this thing where I like performatively, subconsciously, like, for her to know and us to know that I'm like working really hard, I'll do like an extra hunch even when I don't have to like signal that we're really grinding, which is ridiculous. I do think, though, one piece of advice I think for assistants, I wonder if you felt like this ever. I think I've had to get very comfortable with like the way I leave my apartment is how I'm gonna look for the day. Like,
totally.
I do not.
You don't know what time you're going home.
No.
You have to be in comfortable shoes.
Yes.
You're going to be running around.
And I really, really try to, like, when we're going to an event, sometimes, like, I'll have to, like, when we went to the gala, I have to change when I'm with you, but I never want, you kind of have to, like, surrender any self-consciousness. I don't ever want to be, like, checking my makeup.
100%.
I never want you to think, like, I'm wondering how I look. Like, sometimes we'll have fun moments, and I'll be like, this with this, like, joke about my skinny scarf. But I always want it to feel like...
What's the skinny scarf?
I wore, like, a little chiffon, like, little skinny
little
scarf
necktie
thing to the,
situation?
Yeah, to the gala. It was chill. But I was doing a flip. I was doing a bit. I was doing a bit. But I never want it. I want it to feel like it's all hands on deck with you. And I never want to be, you know, when your friend's stressing and you're all getting ready together and then it's like not fun. You have to surrender any of that. I try not to check myself in the mirror.
And that's why you're good at your job, because there are assistants that I've seen who will do the whole glam thing and make the night about them instead of their boss. And that is where you get into trouble.
I have ran into that, not often, not with Soph in the past. And it is a little bit like, if I'm needing to go to an event, I know I'm going to be photographed. Like, I get self-conscious, I get insecure, I get stressed, I get anxiety. And so, you like depend on, you know, your assistant 100%. But that is crazy. Like, Soph makes everything seem so seamless. The fact that you're, like, avoiding mirrors and shit so that I don't feel like maybe you're, like, not paying attention to me is crazy. But I get it. But like, I get it.
Like, I don't want to put that energy out. I also think that, obviously, we strike a balance where, like, sometimes you're a little... we know when to, like, be together and not be together, and it's very unspoken. But I also think it's not like... oh, then my boss will go get ready and I'll go ready. It's like, no, everything, like,
you're not
going
getting
into
ready.
Public, no,
you're in the bathroom throwing a black dress on in the stall.
Yes, and like I'll do a little toothbrush
30
sometimes.
seconds, little brush, you're out of there.
And it's also like going into public and going to events is not, even though it looks so seamless, it's not like, it's a mind fuck, like, for your boss. You know, it's a trip. We're talking, why are we even doing this? We'll talk through, like, how do we want to pose? I'll, like, mimic your poses back and forth. Or we'll just, like, put on a show. Getting ready is setting a vibe. And, like, you just want to be so present for that as an assistant. Or, like, be in the other room. Like, sometimes intentionally, like, we need space. But whatever it is, make a marg.
Make a marg.
That comforts you a lot.
That is my number one comfort.
And it's not because you're drinking it necessarily.
I normally don't
sip,
drink it.
Liquid courage.
It's just having it there.
Yeah. I understand.
I'll take, like, one sip and be like, oh my God, it's the alcohol. Holy shit, who knew? Like, it doesn't
inhibitions way down.
Okay, so aside from Soph not looking in mirrors, what makes her the best assistant?
Oh my God. There's a lot of stuff that makes Soph an incredible assistant. I think there's things that make her really good just like objectively and would be true across the board. I think for the relationship with me personally, the fact that let me start with like general broad. Soph gives a shit. And like, you know, when I worked at Morgan Stanley, do you think I gave a flying fuck if I got back to my financial advisor's billionaire client who was throwing a fit? I'm like, it's 5 p.m. I like, you know, unplug my phone and I'm in the
Slams laptop.
As you should be. As you should be.
It's like, bye, bitch. But Soph, like, she actually cares, and that is everything, you know? And then I think, well, she's all these things, right? She's like very smart. She's well spoken. She gets the creative piece. She also gets like the administrative piece. She gets the mental health piece. Like, since working with Soph, I've kind of gotten insight into the world of being, how would I refer? Like a talent person, celebrity, a talent person's assistant.
A famous podcaster's assistant.
I feel crazy.
An extremely famous podcaster's assistant. Hello. Pioneer in the field.
You will not catch me referring to myself as famous.
We are in the presence of someone very, very important on this couch.
You see her on the mic?
I have Sofia Franklyn in my apartment.
Yeah.
Entering.
They said it, not me. But working as a personal assistant in the entertainment world and for like high profile people, high profile makes it better. You have to take care of not just be a creative and the content and make sure like the logistics are there. You have to be a mental health professional. You have to be a therapist.
Emotional intelligence.
That, but also like know what my needs are before. Anticipate. Mm-hmm. And kind of just like know and make decisions, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't need to make them. There's so much shit that goes into it. It's like you guys should have CEO, CFO, COO, and all the above in any role you could be in a company on your guys' resume. Because that's what an assistant is. It's fucking crazy.
I genuinely think we have a lot of mutual admiration for each other.
Yeah.
I think, like, I take so much pride in being your assistant. I believe in you. Like, I believe in your story. And I think that is so shared. Like, I think we just had so many crazy... Yes, I wasn't, like, a party girl, but you're not either. Now.
It took a minute. I had to get that out of my system.
We've had very different, like, external lives, I feel like, but we are so similar in a lot of ways. We're very, like, kindred in a way, you know? Mm-hmm. And, like, weirdly, when I started working for you, like, immediately had, like, very similar experiences you had, like, literally a year before. Like,
totally.
A lot of stuff overlaps. Also, I think our biggest thing is we really clicked with humor.
Yes.
Like, that's how we connected.
Yes, which is major. If you're spending that much time, one-on-one time.
It's intimate.
It's intimate as shit.
So intimate.
Who is funnier?
I was the exact same. I'm going to say so.
I'm going to say
me. Just kidding.
But like, you're fun. You can do things I can't do. Mm-hmm. But I can crack you up.
She can crack. We're both very funny. Similar humor, but then we kind of have our own vibes.
Are you guys just not laughing all day long?
All day.
Cackling also, we are screaming at each other this close to each other all day. We also have the same, I would say, comedy inspo, which is Real Housewives of New York.
I mean,
like, those are our women. Those
let's
are
get you on that show.
And girls.
Couple years.
And girls.
And Veep.
Yeah. So
we pull from the same references.
But also humor, I guess that's why it's like, How the fuck do you see if you vibe there during a Zoom interview?
Right.
You
Right.
can't. It's impossible. No one's going to crack a joke
No,
in the middle of their assistant interview.
It would
Yeah.
have to be like a dad joke, which that would be fucking crazy to
Yeah.
do.
That would be insane.
When I first met you, you like, there's so much like physical comedy too. I want to one day make a TikTok of us like impersonating each other, because the way you walk around. When I first walked into Sophia's apartment the first day, she left the door unlocked for me. I come in, she comes creeping on her tiptoes outside her room, and she's like, I'm sorry, I feel like I just hid all my stuff in my room because my mom's checking if I cleaned up. Here's my special little honey I got on the Lower East Side. I definitely could have gotten it for $4, but it was $32. Such a ripoff, but also try it. And I was like, this is awesome. It smelled like incense. I was like, this person has an identity though, like you're such a full
I have a personality.
person. Yeah.
I definitely have an identity and a personality. You also, I remember you said I was holding like a big furry pen and a juicy notebook, and I had a list, and I want to die.
Like in Legally Blonde, when Reese Witherspoon has the pom-pom bag.
Tell her what the list was. I literally want to jump out of my skin.
Because now I could tell you were like, okay. Like you like really planned this, but she had a little furry Juicy Couture notebook, furry pen, and it was sitting on the coffee table, and it said Soph task list or something, and it said like the first thing was like, I don't know. The first thing was take product pictures, because you had like a heap of like.
Oh my god!
Gifting. You had a heap of gifting.
It was
I
like
can't even
pictures.
imagine how much gifting.
She had so much stuff. And then the
so
next one
much.
was just find TikTok. And that was it. And I was like, I think I'm gonna get the job.
Product, TikTok.
I think I can handle this. And then I also asked you the most basic, like before we left for a recording, I was like, have you eaten? Are you gonna need food? And you were like, this is when you know you gotta keep a girl around. And I was like, I mean, yeah, like we're gonna be gone for 4 hours.
That is one of the most crucial parts of being someone's assistant.
Crucial.
Hey, have you eaten today? If you have 15 minutes in between meetings, do you need something to eat? Do you need a coffee? Do you need a salad?
Crucial.
Having that ready, being
Crucial.
anticipatory. My God.
Crucial. And
Yeah,
have we had
it
one
is.
sip of water? That's very important
Guys,
too.
I don't
Be
drink
honest.
water.
We're so bad.
It's so bad. The water. I thought I had rabies. I have like an aversion to water. Do you know that that's a symptom of having rabies? Is water scares you?
You're afraid. You're terrified.
My arm started to twitch one day right here because I was dehydrated. I was at lunch with my friend Christina, and she goes, "Your arm is twitching because I was dehydrated."
Your muscles.
Yeah,
You're probably gonna get a cramp. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You know what? My eye will do that sometimes when I'm dehydrated. Really?
Yeah.
Or when I haven't slept.
have you guys seen that water bottle on Amazon that says it has all the lines of motivational
I
quotes to
tried
get you to
that.
drink? Well, I have one.
It doesn't work.
Sophia's also, you're a tracker, so you also need to be having it from the water, but like the
I
tiny bits of water you
do.
do drink, you want to know how much it was, so I can't just like give you a random glass.
No. I do have like little kind of OCD-ish tendencies with certain things. Not like that crazy. I think we all do to a certain degree, but the water is a hard one for sure.
Remind her to drink more water.
Yes.
Also remind
Yes.
me, please.
Yes. Yeah. You know, I'll text you whenever we're like, okay, it's 3. Have we had one bit
We
of
need
water?
a water group chat.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's start
That will get us to drink water. I haven't checked the last 5 group chats in like.
Let's make merch. Like, let's kind of make an event out of it, and then like maybe we'll drink water.
So are you guys big on, how do you communicate? Are you big on group text? Are you big on text? Are you callers? Are you emailers? What is the vibe?
I think that has evolved. I mean, our relationship now compared to what it was in the beginning is 2 completely different things in the best way. But I think we text a lot. I need to get used to like doing a fucking voice note. And then we're in person.
I told Megan, I was like, we have to talk about the way we text each other, because we will text. If you were to read our text, you would think that like we are talking each other off the verge. It is like a disclaimer to a disclaimer to a disclaimer, and then with like the most stoner emojis ever to like create peace, and then an invisible text that's like nothing crazy in any way. Like the way we're taking care of each other over text is not okay. It's not okay.
You would think we're both like in a straitjacket and like the
rocking around, respectfully rocking around.
Yeah, we do text like that. We do.
You should get on the voice note train. It's kind of amazing.
Is it? Well, and now it transcribes it.
Yeah.
It's like,
which is very helpful.
So helpful.
Bet. Bet.
I will meet someone and then immediately just go into voice notes, and some people aren't prepared for it or down for it, but I'm that's just who I am.
You send a lot of them?
Oh my God, I send it to my team group chat a lot. I send it to, I don't text.
You don't?
Not really. I mean,
you do the voice note.
If it's a quick okay, I don't know. I prefer a voice note.
Okay, well, you know what? We'll never listen back to an episode I recorded of Sophia the Neff. When I do voice notes,
would you listen?
I love to listen to
myself.
myself.
Of course.
Wait,
it's
so crazy. It's so cringe. I don't even know, but it's so cringe. But for some reason, in that setting, I like it. Maybe because I'm being authentic, because I'm like, oh, this is going to my best friend, Allie.
Wow. I like it for story time if you're trying to tell one of your girlfriends something funny, or if you're trying to say something to someone and you really would like them to understand your tone. I think a voice note is crucial.
Wait, that's really smart, the tone.
Because sometimes if I think to myself, okay, I need to tell this person XYZ, but that might come off bitchy or rude, I'm just going to send a voice note so they understand that I'm calm and I'm not angry, and it's just me trying to deliver some info.
I really like that. I will just send it and say, if there was anything, I'll just bring it up tomorrow, and that's not the way to do it, you know?
Let's voice note. We're going to voice note and remind each other to drink water.
Yes.
Do you think, though, this is because I think it's, in my mind, it's a little bit inappropriate for me to voice note. Because I think that's putting more work on her. Like, I'm like, you voice note me and figure it out through the voice note. But for me, I want to, like, give you the most clear, easy, headlines. For some reason, if I was telling you a story and, like, something crazy happened, I would. Totally.
I feel like,
what do you think?
As an assistant, I was a big texter with headlines and bullet points, and to the point, deliver information. But if I was telling a story.
Right.
Or
like describing
something or saying something that I didn't want to put in writing, then I would voice note.
Okay.
Yes.
You
can do both.
How would you feel about getting a voice note?
I feel like I've gotten like very, very few and far between. But like I remember, I think one time you had to last minute in the clutch like get me like a bag or like a dress for some event.
Oh yeah.
And then you were like describing the thing to me, and I like needed the voice note in that.
Right.
This was a one-time thing, so it's like, oh my God, I sent her a voice note. It was one time, and it was needed.
And you could do the other time because it was a Sunday, and I was going to a movie, and it was raining, and I was like, it's Sunday and it's raining, so I'm allowed to send you a voice note. And you're probably like, what do you like? Literally, what do you mean?
Sunday night and it's raining.
I don't know
what's
why.
that Mean Girls quote. She goes, "There's a 99.9% chance it's already raining."
I would not be offended if you sent me a voice
interesting.
note.
I'll think about it.
It just takes a couple of goes, and then you're gonna get used to it, and then you can't stop.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it's really fun.
I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. What have been some challenges? I know you guys are super close, and obviously have an amazing relationship, which is so lovely to see because I did this.
You did this fully.
But what is maybe challenging being so intimately close with your assistant?
Do you want to take it away or you want me?
You first.
I will.
I'm your assistant.
Right. It is like any other important relationship that you have in your life. Yeah. It is a work one, but it is, a personal one too. And the nature of the job is, okay, well, life is content is life, right? Mm-hmm. And like, I think one of the more difficult things is knowing what are the boundaries. Because you can't, it's like, yes, we can say, the entertainment world is fucking crazy. Boundaries don't exist. Well, it's like, well, they do. Like, you do have to be somewhat respectful, and have parameters, or else it's like, hi, you're actually moving in with me tomorrow, and we're sleeping in the same bed, and like it can get,
and traveling together,
yes, and like
trips,
and being with each other 24/7, and that means for Soph, like she feels like she needs to be on the entire time. You know, it's not how I probably feel, where it's more like we're just shooting the shit. Like,
Right.
what's up?
Which we are. I think a good way to put parameters on it that we did maybe like 6 months in is just like trying to have some sort of hours was nice, which was good because it's like then that's easier. It's like, okay, within that,
Yeah.
things are crazy, you know, whatever, but let's like, I think we started to be
Wow.
like, okay, do we need to be texting? Because we would be like, we're sending each other dresses. Admin, like, we don't need to be doing that, you know?
Was it the type of thing where like just every day in the morning it was, let's decide if we're being in person today or not? Because that already is like stressing me out right now.
Yeah, we were different. Like, you were just different. You were in a different place.
Yes.
Mentally, but physically you were in a different place. We were doing the like later start, later end sort of thing. And then we started doing earlier start, but then didn't stop the later end. And then we were like, wait.
So did we start working like in person, like really a lot of the days, and then started doing more remote a lot of the days?
No, I kind of feel like we did less.
We did less in person,
and then things got real. And then like we weren't
That's
grinding
what-
as hard at the beginning.
Are you joking?
We weren't. We were meditating for an hour at the beginning.
I was a different bitch. Like, quite literally, I was just in a completely different place. But we had to like build foundation and structure
trust.
and trust,
Trust.
before we can, start doing the big moves.
I think because these assistant jobs are so opposite of a corporate environment, setting these little practices on the daily to create some sort of boundary or some corporate-ish structure is always really helpful. But the lines get blurred, and I think at the end of the day, maybe voicing, just being really communicative with each other, and having that open dynamic to say, hey, this isn't really working for me, or this is working for me, and it seems like you guys have figured that out.
I think we could be better at the communicating part.
Yeah.
I think we're so on, like, it's such a show together in a way. We're so on, like, we will get so excited about ideas and just run with stuff, and like it is such a small team that I feel like we're so like euphoric in the moment and doing things, but it's like sometimes we need to habitualize just pausing and being like, how do we feel in our roles right now? Like, let's just pause, because that's like the foundation of everything.
That's
and
so
then sometimes we
true.
like get to the moment where we're like, we've already gone past it, and then we have to like work backwards.
We need to prioritize check-ins.
Yeah.
How
That
are
was
we
my
doing?
next question.
Yeah.
So Jen and I used to do check-ins once a quarter, and I would sit down with her and say, okay, tell me everything I'm doing wrong. And she would. And it was awesome. And I would take that feedback, and then I would go on with my day. But I was really receptive to feedback, which I think is something that kept me in that job for a long time. And I think any assistant needs to be really receptive to feedback. Bosses also need to be receptive to feedback. I was very lucky. She was the best boss ever, but I definitely didn't get everything 100% all the time. So I think growth as an assistant really comes from being like, hey, just checking in. It's been 6 months. How am I doing? Are you happy? And vice versa.
Yeah.
I think it's really healthy to have those conversations.
Yeah,
Totally.
I think we want to do that, definitely. And I also will say, like, this is, like, I'm 3 years out of school. I'm 3 years out of school.
God.
3 years out of school. Like, I'm
the
learning.
only thing wrong is I wish I hired an assistant older than me.
Is like, but I'm learning a lot. Like, I think for assistants too, it's just, I think this is just like a life thing. But like, it's very easy to be like, okay, I will like meet the things that meet me, and like I will deal with the things that are given me, and that's like how I'll proceed in my life. But also, like, you need to advocate for yourself, and you need to like, there's a way to like really make your life and job what you want it to be, and it's not always just like go in with the flow. And I think you learn that through working, and like I think there's so many ways that like you can have such a more enriching experience if you take the more charge you take.
Totally. I mean, you're here for a long time, not a good time.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you're both investing in each other and making sure that both of you are happy in this relationship. It is like dating.
Yeah.
It
You have to
seriously
put in
is
the
like
work.
dating.
Yeah.
I was thinking about coming when I was like on the way here, and I was like, okay, I've been thinking a lot about my fiance. Why is this okay? What I'm about to talk about right now is like in a similar vein. It's like another like very interwoven relationship. It is like a relationship.
And you protect me in a lot of ways too. I actually wonder for you, because you and Jen were really close in age, right? And
2 years apart.
Okay.
2 years and 2 days. Yes.
Okay, 2 years and 2 days. So like,
We don't need to say how many years apart we are.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Cute.
But we have an age gap, and I'm just wondering from your perspective, like how you think about that in the pairings, and if that does affect bonding. Like, we work so well, but I also think that is a dynamic. Like, you're very
It
protective of me
depends.
in ways.
I think there can't be too giant of an age gap. I think because we were only 2 years, 2 days, we were very wildly similar. We also grew up with all brothers, so that bonded us really early. But I think you have to be sort of in the same moment. I don't know. When I think about when I was 25, I'm now 33. I was real different. And I think now I'm finally a little bit more of myself.
Yeah,
and
I agree. I'm 33 too.
yeah, I don't know. I think it can't be that giant because you're just in totally different places in your life.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So when, these guys are like 70 with this sexy secretary who's like 21, it's like, bitch, what are you doing? But I totally...
no idea where you were going with that.
I totally agree with you, Megan. I think it's hard sometimes in the dynamic to know who needs to be the one who sets the quarterly meeting, who needs to be like the boss and, kind of like laying down the structure and holding people accountable. And because it's like, it's kind of this seesaw that you do.
That's something I recommend to all candidates I place and all of my clients. I give them advice. I mentor. You've called me a bunch. That is sort of what I am there for, to offer those, because I've learned from my own mistakes and just from being an assistant how necessary those meetings are, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, how's working with me been? And what are some of the I know we've been in touch a lot, and what are some of the things, if you don't mind sharing, that you've leaned on me for?
So many things.
My knowledge.
So many things. So many things. Well, also because it was like I had worked with me. I didn't find it through you. So then it's like I was already working for one of your clients and then was just like shepherded to you. And that was like the biggest game changer and like life changer, truly. And that was like the beginning of me in New York and having, just like my life start here. And I think it's really amazing because I think that with such an intense one-on-one job and something so untraditional, like, you don't always have an HR. You don't always have this like bigger structure. You don't have this like, what is the industry standard for planning an engagement party? Yeah. What is for gifting? What is this thing? But also like for extreme emotional care and like finesse and being delicate and also like learning when to step up and you're just so helpful in all those intricacies and also just make me feel like it's okay and it's normal. Like, I think a lot of the times when we talk, I kind of end up talking myself, like just having you there makes me feel like it's okay. So
Girl.
Not that things are like, it's just, you don't know what the standard
but she'll
is.
call me and ask for advice, and I say, this is
Yeah.
totally normal, you're fine, and this is how I would handle XYZ. And I think half the time after when we hang up, I say, just set that meeting, have that conversation.
Yeah.
And you're always like, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which is really
You're right.
interesting because I'm asking Soph what the industry standard is. So she's like, what the fuck?
Well, I think sometimes too, like if you've had like a bad day, like I remember last summer calling Megan, one day, and I was just like, oh, this stuff is.
Was it in the press?
In the press, and it. Like,
oh my god! And I was like smoking a cigarette with like these flip flops on my roof, and I remember just like
she did not tell me that,
walking in circles, and I was just like, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just post this.
And it wasn't about my stress or anything. I was just like, I want her to feel taken care of. And I also think,
you said Sophia's having a really tough day. What can I do to be the best support system for her? What would you recommend? How do I help her in this moment? And I think I said, just listen and get a masseuse over there? I don't
Like,
know.
no, I think that it's good because you also remind me, like, you do know the assistant knows the relationship best. Like, I actually do know what would make you feel good, and it's not like, it's also not bad. I think of advice to assistants too. It's not a reflection on you when like your boss is having a bad day, because I do want to preempt those things.
It's not personal.
It's
you
not
have
personal.
to be able to separate that.
Yeah.
The emotional aspect of the job is really tough if you take it personally.
Yeah.
If you take it personally. No one wakes up happy every single day. Imagine, imagine having to have someone who works for you come over when you're having a tough moment or when you're going through something. It's like there's a lot of pressure, and at the end of the day, you have a great relationship, and you just have to be able to look at Sofia and go, okay, this is what's happening with her. I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna do my thing. She's gonna be fine. Yeah. We're all fine.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. This is what she needs. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna handle it.
Yeah.
I've been dying to ask you what your assistant is like. It's like as if I was, going to do, actually I was going to do an American Idol reference, and I haven't watched cable television in 70 years. But like, I would be scared to be your assistant because you run a assistant agency, and you know everything.
My very first assistant, her name is Grace. She now works for Clyde. She's a talent coordinator. She is a sweetie and a half.
Shout out Grace.
Hi, Grace. I found Grace through the Chapman University Career Center, and she started as my part-time assistant while she was still in college. And then when she graduated this past May, we brought her on full-time in a different capacity because I now have a new assistant named Emily. Okay. Emily is a precious, sweet, another sweetie. I met Emily because I did this big fire relief project in LA right after everything happened in February.
I saw that. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
And I posted online saying I need some interns for this project because at the time my entire team was in New York. Sweet Emily walked through the door at the Fire Relief Center. First one in every day, last one to leave. When she met me, I was so chaotic, and I looked at her, I go, okay, you're in. I hired her on the spot as an intern, and then realized how damn good she was at doing all things assistant. And I knew that Grace wanted to be more on the client side, client-facing, recruiting side.
Kind of like manager.
So it was a very synthetic, okay, Grace, you like doing more of this stuff anyways, and I want Emily to be my assistant. Right. Emily is just, we love her, we adore her. She's perfect.
Well, I mean,
notes.
And the team expanded.
Is she here or LA?
She's in LA.
Okay.
Grace, I go back to LA on Sunday. We're doing the split thing right now, but my whole team for the most part, besides Patrick, is in LA.
Okay.
How's that?
It's great. We do in person twice a week. I'm very lucky. I have a great team around me, but similar to you, I like doing a lot of the admin stuff. So I don't have Emily touch my calendar. I do that myself.
Damn.
I book all my own travel.
At it? Literally, who could be better at it?
I know when I
want to see a picture of your calendar so bad.
It's color coded.
Will you flash it to me after this?
Yeah, I don't know where my phone is, but I will.
Okay.
There's still some things that I like to have control over. I don't have her book any of my travel. Shout out to Angelo. Angelo does my travel. But I also I'll book a flight,
Right,
I'm not
right.
above that.
I like to book my flights too.
Book flights, yeah.
And it's a little bit with some stuff on the calendar, but I love how you're saying, like, referring to your assistants, they're so sweet. They're so sweet, and they're killers.
Yeah.
There's no way someone's working for you and is not like just
killers.
A secret lethal weapon.
I have an amazing team, and I feel very lucky. And I think because I was an assistant for so long, there's nothing I'm going to ask these people to do who work with me rather. That's crazy. I whenever I ask Emily for something, do you mind? Please. I'm so sorry.
Soph
I know this is
do
annoying.
that a lot.
She's very good with my dogs. I have 2 dogs now. Cute. They're not here because my golden retriever is still a puppy, and she would eat this microphone.
Well, also what? And you travel with 2 dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Damn, girl.
Service animal.
You're right, of course. 2 of them.
But you go up to the
How
desk
do you
and
justify
they go,
2 service animals?
I don't know.
In one
One's
go.
for her, one's for the other
I hope
dog.
no one from
It's a
JetBlue
service
is
train.
listening, because I go up to that JetBlue counter, stone face. They go, "What service do your dogs provide?" I go, I say my little bit, and they go, "Proceed." I'm like,
So they've never once been like, okay,
once
that gets one go.
It was my fault. A couple of years ago, I was flying from LA to New York around the holidays, and my French bulldog, he's 8. His name is Tate. He's a sweet little man. Instead of his service animal vest, I had him in a Ralph Lauren dog sweater. And this jerk at the counter, he was an angry elf. He goes, "That's not a service animal," and he declined me. And
my dog's cold.
What does he have against Ralph Lauren?
Yeah, my dog's preppy.
So insane. I mean, it was my fault. Fully my fault.
But that's
the one time I did get in trouble was.
Sorry, he was being like cute.
This is my service animal, and it's wearing a green preppy Ralph Lauren vest with like a probably button-up collar.
Tate was in the American flag turtleneck navy sweater.
Oh, a turtleneck.
He actually looked like a little grandpa, and he was like snorting, like, okay. And they're like, "Yeah, your dog, you're out."
That is some
So
funny
sad.
shit.
Yeah, but I don't think that guy works at the JetBlue counter anymore because I haven't seen him. Yeah.
And that is a wrap.
Okay, so we're going to do a little thing before I release you ladies. We are going to prank phone call.
We're going to play prank call roulette. I'm going to close my eyes.
But aren't they going to know it's your voice? Your voice is very
distinct. Probably when you guys are going to talk.
Okay.
I have 17 Chris's in my phone. Should I just call it from my number? 415 area code. But then is it even fun if we don't even know who the fuck they are?
You don't know who
look at how many guys named Chris are in my phone.
Oh my god.
Christian, Christopher, CJ, Chris.
Okay, you are very liberal with exchanging numbers, to be fair.
I give it out
star
like
6-7. I'm gonna protect. let's star 6-7. But let's crank it.
You know what's a really funny one? I'm about to do this live. This is a treat.
Hello.
Hey, I'm here with your stuff.
Who's this?
This is Madison. I'm on the corner of State Street.
You're here with my stuff. I have no idea who you are.
Wait.
Street. I remember State Street when I lived in Utah. I'm in California.
With your weed. I have your weed.
Who am I?
You're Chris.
State Street?
State Street. Wait, where do you live?
Who is this? Madison?
This is Madison Kinsley.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, so you didn't ask me for a fifth of weed.
Nope.
You don't smoke marijuana?
I mean, like, occasionally, but yeah, no, that's not me. That's really strange.
You've never purchased any kind of drug before. Weed isn't even a drug, really.
Yeah, I purchased lots of drugs, but I just don't smoke weed.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry. I must have the wrong number.
Well, I'm Chris, and this is my number. I don't know who placed that order, though. That's odd. Are you in Utah?
Yeah, I'm in Utah, so it must be another Chris.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, well, if you ever need weed, I'll just text you my number.
Sounds good.
I'm the plug. Bye.
Awesome.
I have zero idea who that is. Why did he just let someone be like, do you buy drugs?
Chris. Like, he was down.
Why is he down?
Also, LOL that you're like, yeah, you some drugs? You smoke weed?
No. Okay, I've done that before and been like, I'm on the corner of State Street with your like, can you come outside and like run down to the car and get
We're
it?
gonna have to cut that.
It's a hypothetical story. I'm not actually on the corner with I just pretend to be a drug dealer and it's So funny, but it's way
And
funnier
he's like,
at
I'll be
night.
right out.
Yeah, no, I've had people be like, oh shit, like maybe my friend, but that's usually like at night.
Why was he into your voice? Like, he literally wanted to chat.
Did he not just try to hit on me at the end of the call?
100%.
Guys are disgusting.
Disgusting.
He has no idea what I look like. No, nothing. Yeah. Also, who has a blocked number call them and says, yes, I buy drugs sometimes and answers them?
That was cuckoo bananas.
Okay, well, that was really fun and thrilling.
I have one assistant thing. One last assistant thing.
oh my
to
God.
say.
Let's go.
I could do this
You
all
had
day,
asked
brother.
my biggest fuck up.
Ooh.
You know what I'm about to say.
I
The
genuinely-
sweatpants.
I don't know.
The laundry.
Oh my God. Okay, so to this day, like, has trauma over this. I like to do.
I dyed everything. I dyed everything.
It was.
I dyed everything.
It really was not like that big of a deal. Also, I was having her do an emergency laundry load when I had a flight in about 4 hours.
We were
and so it
pulling
was
an
like-
all-nighter.
It was.
Yeah.
We were pulling an all nighter. It was frantic. It was chaos. It was crazy. But Soph to this day, because like I don't ask you to ever like help with that, I guess. But I just like to do that.
You're so diligent with laundry, and also like
It's unhealthy.
we have a finicky laundry.
How did you
machine,
dye
too.
everything?
New black sweatpants. And I just like put everything in the dryer. Like, I just was not thinking.
In the
And then I
washing
remember when you
machine?
checked it, like, you were not being mean in any way, but you opened it and you were like, yeah, this wasn't right. And I was like, I am going to
Did you shit your
disappear.
pants?
I'm gonna disappear. Not
This
because
is how you
were
know.
mad.
Though.
I was
didn't
just
even
like,
remember that. You're like, you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, no, I don't.
More the implication of like, I know how to do my laundry. I know how to do my laundry.
Do you, though?
I know how to do my laundry.
But you don't. Also, she doesn't do her own laundry. It's kind of
I
all
don't have
coming.
a laundry. I don't have a laundry. I do it at the wash and fold. I don't do it. A wash and fold does it in Chinatown. Previous to that, I did my own laundry.
So if
How
I
long
never
ago was
thought
3 years ago. I do it when I'm home. I do it when I'm home.
that's the most offensive thing is if you think Soph can't do laundry,
That is
which I
so
love.
rude.
I know you can do laundry.
Cool.
I know that.
I just wanted to say that.
That's
I'm glad
that is-
you got that off your chest.
I bring it up.
You wanted
kinda
to air that out. Okay, guys. Lastly, before we go, because it's Friday, what advice would you give someone who's trying to get their foot in the door in media or entertainment, and maybe other Sophia, someone who is just graduating and trying to get their first job, figure out what they want to do career-wise? So we'll start with Sophia number one.
if you want to get your foot in the door in the entertainment industry, I think going and being an assistant is actually a pretty good way to do it. And you should go to Clyde Staffing Agency and submit your application. I'm not even joking. Because I think, you know, whereas back in the day I would say post on your socials, post like crazy. Shit, the game now is like real, like you can't really rig it anymore. It is so saturated. It is so like crazy that I think, you know, going the assistant route and like meeting people and figuring out what you like and what you want to do in the entertainment space is actually really smart.
Love that answer.
Yeah.
I didn't tell her to say any of that.
She didn't.
Oh my God,
She did
Clyde
not.
Clyde is where you need to go. I think also just don't be intimidated if you want to do something in entertainment and don't have any experience in that. Maybe like I studied history and English. That's like what I was super
Studied
passionate
English.
about.
I started off in nursing.
Yeah.
I hate blood.
So, but like there's
Exposure therapy.
Yeah, exposure therapy. Yeah. And I know because your path too, and like doing the celebrity styling and all
Yeah.
these things, there is a domino effect that'll happen. And like if you have critical thinking skills and are a kind person and a social person, like you will find your people, and it can be in any arena. Like I didn't go to film school, I didn't, you know, study communications, like or anything like that. And but you can still find
I
your
think that's
person.
really helpful for people to hear, because there are so many schools, believe it or not, that still don't have film programs, and kids who are curious about the entertainment industry but are worried because they maybe didn't major in film or have no background or no internship. You can still make it. your 20s are the time to figure it out. And I didn't know what I was doing until my later 20s. So there's always time. There's always networking is really important.
Yeah. And I think saying yes to everything. Like, just try, don't say no. Like, just be okay with, like, feeling uncomfortable and embarrassed and just try it out.
You don't have to
Try it
have
on
a clear
for
path,
size.
No.
It does not have to be linear.
I mean, I kind of did a little Morgan Stanley
Yeah.
to sex
I will
podcast.
never be over that.
Yes.
Like,
you taught to New York. Like, you don't need to have come out of NYU.
No.
Shout out.
Wow.
You're the best.
You're the
We
best.
love you.
You
I
really
love you
are.
so much.
Yay.
Yay!
Thank you, everyone who's watching, at Clyde Confidential on Instagram, and email podcast@clydestaffing.com if you would like to get involved and partner with us.
Bye.
Bye, guys.